procedure to become a chartered accountant. So first, I would like to introduce the presenter for today, that is Santoshini. So this is the founder of Virtues Academy. So that's the academy that organizing this entire organizing. I mean this orientation. So this is Santoshini MR. She completed her chartered accountancy in May 2011. So she wanted to do chartered accountancy. I think she made this decision when she was in her 12th standard because she was very passionate about numbers and she made that important decision of not choosing to do a regular college. So instead, she chose to do a college, that's a graduation through correspondence, because she was so focused in doing CA, and that's how she started her CA journey. And once she completed, she worked for the top 4 accounting firms. Now we will let you know what these accounting firms are in the forthcoming slides. And she's also worked for about more than 5 years with these top accounting firms as well as a couple of other accounting firms as well. So during her work, as in when she started a career, she also used to coach, mentor, and even train students on chartered accountancy. And that is when she realized that she's got this, this urge to teach people, and she felt that that was the true calling. So that's how she started Virtues Academy, because she wanted to, provide counseling, and she wanted to teach a lot of students and counsel them and mentor them. And that's how Virtues Academy was formed. And so she's also a very enterprising and an enthusiastic person. So this is one of the reasons why she's also invited in a lot of schools as a motivational speaker. And that is one of the reasons why she's our topmost counselor and mentor for Virtues Academy. So over to Santoshini. You can start the presentation.
Yes, so thank you one and all. We are just continuing with the presentation, and thanks a lot, Sheba, for the wonderful introduction. So we are very happy to have Sheba in our team. She's one of our faculty, and she is a part of the marketing team as well, and so we're very happy to be associated with her. So we'll commence today's presentation. So why chartered accountancy course is the most successful career option? Okay, so we will go with the various reasons. So the reasons which I wanted to highlight to all of you are, like, one is we get a very good dignity and self-respect, when when we are getting into the course itself, we get a lot of respect. Okay, and the self-respect and
Oh my God. Sorry about that. I think somebody is muted Santoshini. Santoshini, can you hear me?
yes, you're able to hear me now?
Yes, we could hear you.
So perfect. So, to start with, so we are going to discuss on why chartered accountancy is the most successful career option. Okay, and why is it standing on the top till date? It is basically the respect which we get. Okay, the dignity which we get, the confidence which we get, which this course gives, is not something which any other course gives. Okay, and that respect which I'm speaking about, we start getting it, from the time we enter into the chartered accountancy course. So for an example, to motivate all of you kids, one thing I can say, just go and talk to your family, and talk to your relatives, talk to your friends, and just tell them, I'm going to pursue CA. Okay, you will have that wow feeling either in their eyes. If they don't want to express it, their eyes will express it. Or if they are very friendly, they will surely say, wow, you've taken a very good decision, and it's a path which very few people take. Okay, but I would say the route which you people are going to take is the best route, and it's going to be the best career for your entire future. And what else is the best reason is, one is there's a lot of demand for this course. So till date we just have 2.65 lakh chartered accountants, and around 10 lakh chartered accountants are required in the upcoming 5 to 7 years. So just imagine how much demand we have vice versa, when we compare with engineering, it's the complete other way around, but here it is so good. And there are a lot of other courses as well, because when we are thinking of chartered accountancy, always our parents are on a safer side, they will ask us to pursue BCom. So if you take me as an example, I'm an MCom CA, and I did just CS Inter. I could not finish my final, so I started my work, so I could not finish it. So what happens? BCom and MCom was entirely in a correspondence way, and the main focus was on CA. Okay, so so what I mean to say here is, when you're pursuing CA, you can pursue any additional courses. It could be your graduation courses, it could be other professional courses like CS or CMA or anything. So CA is not, basically there is no bar. If you pursue CA, you should not pursue any other additional courses. And very, very, very important thing, this is rightly about your future. So what it basically means is, when I finish my chartered accountancy course, I have a lot of opportunities. You either work in India, you can either work abroad, you can start off your own chartered accountancy firm, or you can start off any business of your own, or you can even take up the dad's business, or if he wants to give it off to you, you can just take it off to the next level. So these are all like, these are all few reasons why it makes this course a very, very most successful career option, and where all we can work in. Okay, so we can work in banks, financial institutions, in insurance related companies, industries, factories, corporates, industries of any kinds, and big four accounting firms. What big four accounting firms, I'll just take it in the other slides. So you have opportunities everywhere. There is not even one company or one industry where this course is basically not required. This is required almost everywhere. Okay, so this is this is the thing which, as which as a chartered accountant, which we have. Now, what are these big four accounting firms? Big four accounting firms are these four firms: Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, and Ernst and Young. So I was associated with KPMG and Ernst and Young. So the exposure which we get in these big four accounting firms, why are they called big four accounting firms? So this is a basic knowledge I want to give all of you. So big four accounting firms are named like this, or why are they called as big four, is they are available around the world. So I repeat, they are available around the world. So that's why they're called as big four accounting firms. And in Chennai, all these firms are there. If you want to have an exposure over here, yes, in Chennai, all these firms are available. And as I said, you can also set up your own practice or take over the business. Now, what are the various departments? How is my profile going to be after I finish my chartered accountancy course? So these are all the departments in which you can work: internal auditing, tax, forensic auditing, career in accounting and finance, taxation, statutory audit, bookkeeping, finance controller, stock market. These are all like very vast things we have put it across, but still there are more options. And what will be your job titles? Finance manager, internal auditor, accounts manager, investment banker, credit managers. And if you start your own company, you are the CFO of that company. So this is what this course basically gives us. And with respect to salary, how much salary do I get, or how much salary am I eligible to get? So in India, it's between 9 lakhs to 30 lakhs. Okay, so it starts bare minimum with 9 lakhs and it goes up to 30 lakh per annum. Okay, so if you want to know what I had as my starting pay was, it was around 6 lakhs, and it was way around in 2011. So now the market is so improved. Now if anybody comes, at least minimum they might get 12 lakhs. And for getting 30 lakhs, there is a reason. I will tell you why or how the kids can get this 30 lakh per annum. And outside India, so as I said, we are recognized abroad as well. So almost up to 70 lakh per annum is the salary which we people are eligible to get. So it's almost triple the times of what we earn. And so when we are going to start in big fours, so this is now the current ones. So when we are going to start our career in big fours, you will get 7 to 9 lakhs, and the rank holders per se get 10 to 15 lakhs. But please note, this might sound to be little less, but in the big fours, as you grow up the ladder, your within 2-3 years, this 9 lakhs will become 20 and 22 lakhs. That is a kind of the exposure, that's a kind of pressure, and that's a kind of pay growth which you get, and career growth which you get in Big Fours. Okay, so this is something which all of you would have come through. The Sensex was dropping to a very, very, very great extent. There's a complete dip because of the corona. Okay, and because of this corona COVID-19, what happened was there was almost 70,000 jobs left. So there is an almost an economic recession which has come. Okay, so we are not very clear of how the future is going to be, but just see, there is so much of unemployment which has happened. Massive unemployment has started hitting urban India. So for every sector, okay, any sector for that matter, there is a lot of economic recession which is basically coming into the place. And now we see the migrants wait, and 136 million jobs are at risk in in India itself. So these are all the various articles which are published in the news. So what is this thing? So why are so many, so people of any profession and anything, they are mostly going jobless, and people are even predicting more people might go jobless because of this thing. This is a private agency's prediction. Okay, but now I'm going to say something is chartered accountancy. So we are focusing on one course, which is chartered accountancy course. So in this economic recession, is this course recession proof? Please note, the best recession proof jobs of 2020. If you just Google in also, you will be getting this. Financial services. So financial services are what all of us are related into. So even CAs are come under the financial services. So we are not the ones who will suffer the recession at any point of time. So my dear parents and students, please take a note of the same. Even after 10 years, after 5 years, how many after how many ever years, even if there is going to be a economic recession because of any reason per se, chartered accountancy course is perfectly recession proof. We won't be jobless. Okay, in fact, we will be giving jobs to a lot of people. We can never become jobless. The reason being, every company which comes and sets up its place in India requires auditors. And now per se, the latest generation, the current generation, all of them want to become an entrepreneurs. Okay, their aim and their dream is to become entrepreneur. So for that, for their dream to get fulfilled, if their dream is fulfilled, immediately the auditors have to come into place. They have to file their company's return, they have to file the income tax returns, they have to compute tax, they have to see how their tax can be reduced. So for every smallest of the services, chartered accountants are required. So my dear parents and students, even at the point of recession, we are completely, we will be in the job. Even if anything goes wrong in a company, for say, because of this, some company is going to come to a close. So when some company is going to come to a close, there's something which is called, in the listed companies and all, there's something which is called as a liquidation which will happen. So you need to settle off to various suppliers and creditors and all those. And finally, so the last person who will just get out of the company is also going to be only the accountant. Okay, so we will never be in a situation where we are going to be jobless. So what are my job prospects when I do CA, CMA, CS and ACCA? Okay, so yes, so this picture, it might look very attractive for all of you. Okay, so when compared to the various courses, so you can say CMA, CS, SIMA, CFA. So CA is the one which is almost topping the profession. Okay, so as I said, it could be of anything. It could be the exposure we get. It could be the various amount of different types of fields which we see. Lot of fields which we see. And so with with compared to all these courses, we always have a real good value. It could be in any terms, it could be in knowledge terms, it could be skills, it could be it could be the pay. So why? Okay, the reason of why, we will be seeing it in the upcoming slides. Now there are few benefits. There are few benefits of doing CA or writing other exams. So what does this basically mean is, so when I am pursuing CA, when I finish my CA final, now ACCA is a course which is picking up. So if ACCA is not known to any one of you, I would like to explain only one thing. ACCA is basically UK CA and CA is Indian CA. So can I do CA and ACCA together? Yes, you can do. But what I would advise is, please finish CA and then take up ACCA. So what really happens? You're completely exempt. So you will have to write just 4 papers in order to finish off your ACCA. So I repeat, if I finish my CA and if I take up my ACCA, totally 13 papers of ACCA, in which 9 papers gets exempt, and just 4 papers you will have to take. And with respect to CMA and CS, okay, so here also with respect to the foundation level, you will be completely exempt. You will have to write only the remaining papers. And this internship also, you have almost done your CA internship. So here internship years will reduce, and the papers which you're writing for CMA CS will also be easy because you have already studied it in CA. So CMA and CS, if you want to do, you can do it, and the papers will be extremely easy because you've studied CA. These papers will be extremely easy.
Santoshni, sorry for the interruption. Could you go back to the slide, the elephant slide?
Yes.
So Kushan would like to know the difference between ACCA, SEMA, CS, and CMA. I think it would be better to go back to the elephants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's the question? I was not able to hear you, Shiba.
Yes, the question is, Kushan and a couple of them want to know the difference between SEMA, that's CIMA, CMA, CS, and CA. Maybe you could also
okay. So yes. So basically, CA is a chartered accountancy course. Okay, so this is basically the Indian chartered accountancy course which we are talking about. And moving on is CMA, which earlier was called as CWA. Okay, so that's basically cost works accountant. So Costworks accountant, what will be his profile of the jobs is, after finishing it, you will be basically placed in factories or corporate companies, and you will completely be taking care of the pricing of the products. I repeat, pricing of the products. So it could be a manufacturing company, it could be a trading company. So you would be a person who will be involved, or you will be a head or a manager in the costing department. So that's what cost work accountant is more to do with. And with respect to CS is basically company secretaryship. So what is this company secretaryship all about is, you basically deal with the compliances of various laws. Okay, so compliances of various laws. So what I have to do is, there are companies which gets into listing. So there are some SEBI guidelines which they have to follow. There are RBI guidelines which they have to follow. There are a lot of returns which they have to file on a quarterly basis. Any companies for that matter. So they have to file things on a quarterly basis, half yearly basis. So with all those filing and all that, you people will be taking care of. So this is the profile of a CS per se. And with respect to a chartered accountant, what is his profile of the jobs? Okay, so if you ask me, he has a varied profile of jobs. Okay, varied profile meaning he can serve either in tax department, he can serve in statutory audit department, he can be a part of internal audit department. There's something called as mergers and acquisitions, so he can be a part of mergers and acquisitions department. He can be a part of forensic audit. He can be a part of, in tax itself, you have a lot of specializations: direct tax, international taxation, indirect tax, and so all these are like the various things. And as I said, he can even be a part of this stock exchanges and those companies relating to the shares. If he is very much interested in that portfolio, he can choose that, like the credit managers and all that. So for a chartered accountant alone, there's almost a scope for him to enter into any field of any his interest. But whereas the other things, even if the CFA, so CFA is something which you have to pursue after CA only. So it's like a financial analyst. So financial analyst, wherein you get into these banks, and your profile of the jobs will be pertaining to that. And even SEMA per se is, you do it after your finishing your CA, you pursue that. So it's more to do with the internal audit and the specializations and all that. So where you have a scope for all this, but always remember that actually CFA and SEMA are something which you'll do it after your CA. But then in this CA and CS and CMA, the value which you get, or the knowledge which you get, only the CA students get a lot of knowledge. Those CS and CMA are competitive like these, but the scope of work or the subjects will also vary. The CS students will study more with related to the law compliances, and CWA students will study more of a costing, lot of costing papers they'll concentrate on. So the exposure and the experiences always varies. And for this chartered accountants, almost you have 3 years of experience, which I'll talk in the upcoming slides. You have to get yourself trained with an auditor for almost 3 years. Whereas in CS, you do it only after finishing your, in CS, you just have 1 year. You finish your CS final, you just have to pursue 1 year of articleship. So in CS and CWA and all, there are some exemptions which are always given. But CA, there's nothing like that. It's like a whole, it's like a full package which you get. And when you get into these firms and all, you get exposures to almost all the fields. And if you're a very inquisitive person who wants to learn a lot of things, the best is CA. And the scope of it, the exposure of it, the knowledge, the pay package, in everything, that's why CA is on the top. So even if you're a triplet, what does triplet mean? CA, CS, CW. You pursue all these 3 courses. Even if you pursue all these 3 courses, you will be asked in which field you want to continue. You want to continue as chartered accountant, you want to continue as company secretary, or you want to continue as a cost management accountant, and you have to take a call. Okay, so if there's a situation where you are going to become a triplet, so I will wish you an advance congratulations. And even if you do like that, please choose CA, because of the various exposure and the skills it is going to give you. Okay, so I hope I've cleared your doubt. And I'll take more doubts now before I move to the upcoming slides.
Yes, maybe you might want to address it a little more in detail. So there is a person who wanted to know if you can change your department. Example, you are from the tax department, could you move into internal auditing?
Yes, you are from the tax department, you can move into internal audit, provided at least 1 year you have to serve in one department. Okay, so within a year, if you're asking for a change, they might not give you. So at least 1 year, stay there in a particular department, learn the various things. But still, if you feel that it's not a great value add, or you don't feel passionate about in that department, you can ask for a shift.
Okay, Santoshini, I think, yes, this is one person, can an average student complete CA at first attempt? I think we'll address this in the forthcoming slides, right? Sorry, Santoshini, sorry for the interruption.
No problem, absolutely fine. And one more thing which I wanted to clear was what's the difference between CA and ACCA. So I'm again repeating, CA is Indian CA, ACCA is UK CA. And if you want to pursue ACCA first and you don't want to do CA, the advantage is ACCAs will almost be considered like chartered accountants, almost in par, but not exactly in par. So you can work with corporates and big fours and all that, but you can't practice as a chartered accountant. That means you can't open up your own chartered accountant office here. As since it's a UK degree, you can open up your own auditor's office only at UK. In India, you can only work. Okay. Whereas for CAs, if you do finish CA and ACCA, you can open up your own auditor's office here itself. Okay. So I think I'll move on, but this is another doubt raised by someone.
Yes, they wanted to know the scope of ACCA, which you've just explained.
Okay. Yes, and regarding the BCom courses, I'll take it in the upcoming slides, sir. So hope your answers you will get in the upcoming slides. Thank you so much. So we'll just continue with the presentation. Okay, so do I have what it takes to be a chartered accountant? Okay, so the very first quality as a student which is required for getting into this course, persistence. Okay, so what I mean by persistence is I should have that dearth in me. Okay, that I am a chartered accountant, I am born to be a chartered accountant, and I will become a chartered accountant. Whatever happens, I'll have that urge to fulfill that and to fulfill my dream. So that continuous persistent efforts, whatever wherever we study, whatever strategies are taught to us, I shall follow that. And no matter whatever difficulties I have, whatever obstacles I get, I will work consistently and with so much of persistence that I will make it to to the final level, and I would get my CA degree. So this is what is basically required as a student. Like how we took it on us, like I can finish my 10th standard, though parents and teachers were pressurizing you. Like how you finish your 10th and 12th, the same feeling you should have it in yourself. If that is there, yes, you can become a chartered accountant. Good with numbers. Okay, good with numbers is I'm not saying you have to be able to solve an integral sum or a calculus sum. We are not saying speaking about that at all. Good with numbers meaning like I should be interested in at least, I should be good with my addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So if I'm good with that, I think I'm good to go. Okay, so that's all is the basic expectations. So basic max, if I'm good with, that's more than enough. Okay, and okay, so very important thing is conceptual understanding. Okay, so till now we could have been a students for some subjects we had a very nice conceptual understanding, for some even if we don't have. But here very important thing is we should understand the concepts to apply it in the exam, because it's not going to be direct questions picked up from the textbook or a book back question. It's all going to be a conceptual, a situational based, or a case study part of it. So I will have to always understand what that concept says. I should grasp that knowledge so that in exam, in however way they ask, I will be able to put out that answer. So that is a very important requirement which is there. And digital skills. Okay, so digital skills is also what I require. So one is this computer skills, which you will always have to know, at least this MS Word and Excel. And even if you don't know now at this point of time, do not worry. Our CA Institute gives you this training. Once you finish your foundation level, there is a training which will be given by the institute, like a soft skill training and the digital training. So they will train you with the computers. And now one more basic digital skill is required is for developing the skill itself, we have come up with this situation which is called as online classes. Maybe corona pandemic pushed us towards it, but we are seeing it also as a positive sign. So from now itself, you kids will be brighter, you will be inquisitive on how this presentation is created, what is this Excel sheet, what's this Word document, how to deal with the systems, how to attend the online classes, what are the various options there in it, how can I ask doubts to my faculties. So at various point of time or various points, people are going to get skilled through these online classes. So these digital skills are something which mandatorily is required for a CA student. So I think you people will start getting into it from this point itself. And communication skills is something extremely very important, because I have after a point of time I'll start working with the auditors, so I start meeting my clients, I have to start speaking to them, I have to communicate to them. So this skills is very much required, which was always taught by the CA Institute. So that's why in CA Foundation itself, you have something called as communication subject. And there's also this communicative skills orientation thing, which will be conducted by the CA Institute. So even if you're little lagging in communication, do not worry about it. Our institute will completely take care of the same. And now we are going to see various myths. Okay. So I think everybody would have come across this myth. And I think everyone, none of you would have missed these myths. Okay. So let's get into it. Be ready. Yes, CA is the world's toughest course. So I think each one of you would have come across a statement at every point of time. Let it be parents, let it be students. I think they have always come up with this news as it's the world's toughest course. Next, it takes ages to complete CA. A lot of people would have come and told you, please don't make your kids study CA. If I fail in one paper, I'll have to write all the papers. And there are even one thing, I do not want to say about it, but then they even say, Jesus never fails. And there was one thing which was written on the side of it, ask him to do CA. So like that, so many things like people speak people just create myths of their own. And yes, if you fail in one exam, you have to write all the exams again. If you ask me, this is absolutely a false information. I'll tell you why. And CA is expensive. You will have to spend lakhs and lakhs of money so that you become a chartered accountant. This is again a biggest myth. Okay, all these I'll tell you as a chartered accountant myself. I'll tell you all these are just myth. Okay, so let's get into what the facts are. Okay.
Santoshi, sorry to interrupt. Before you go on to the next slide, two people have asked this question. That's Sai and Ninanda. They want to know if they have to work abroad, would CA alone be enough, or do they have to do any courses along that?
Okay. So yes, can a CA work abroad without ACCA? Yes, you can work abroad without ACCA. See, you're recognized almost everywhere. As I told in Big Fours and all, you can even join a Big Four of any other country and you can work. There's absolutely no issues. Only thing is, if you want to practice as an auditor in that country, I repeat, if you want to practice as an auditor in that respective country, then you will have to do their additional degree. Okay, so their country CA would be recognized by some other name. So for say example, in US it's a CPA, and it's in UK it is ACCA. So if you want to start your practice there, you will have to write their paper, but for otherwise it's not required. With Indian CA you can go and work anywhere. Which is more important, rank or communication skills? Okay, so per se, if you want to, I would say it's both. Okay, and in both also there will be there's some split up which I'll give. If you're ready to settle down for a job, so it will take 4.5 years. So by the time 2025, you will surely end up in a job with payment of at least 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakhs per month. But you want to be someone different. Okay, you want to be a person who makes 3 to 3.5 lakhs in India itself. Okay, then it means you have to become a rank holder and find it. Okay, so and you should have the communication skills. But I have the communication skills, but I'm fine with even 1.5 to 2 lakh per month, ma'am. For me, it's a real good pay. If you ask me, yes, it's a real good pay. Okay, so for that, just communication skills is enough. But not only communication skills, little digital skills, and little leadership qualities, all that is there, then you can easily make that money. So if you want to show yourself very as someone separate, okay, as someone who's different from the crowd, you have to be somebody different completely, and then you should have a rank and communication skills. Okay. Thank you, Rajesh. So we'll continue with the slides. Okay, so we are going to go into the thing. So the first one is CA is world's toughest course. So our answer is CA is not the world's toughest course. If it it just requires two things: smart work and hard work. Okay, so just by doing hard work continuously, can I pass? No. Just by doing smart work, can I pass? No. Both are required. If you're able to do smart work and hard work, then surely you can pass CA. Okay, so always, you should be knowing, you can be working really hard, you can be taking efforts, but you should know when to take the effort and where to take the efforts. Okay, so if I say the CA is a 4.5 years course, it does not mean you should sit and study for all the 4.5 years. For every level, there is few months which you'll have to concentrate on studying. Only if you do that, and if you do it with persistence and entire confidence, and if you do it with the entire dedication, then you can surely make it. So always remember, whatever work we do, it has to be so productive, and it has to be the need of the hour. We should not be wasting our time at that point of time. If studying is not required, don't study. Nobody is asking you to study, but at some particular months, if you have to take your full efforts, then you will have to make it. Okay, and there is something called as a study time. Okay, so it takes ages to become CA. Okay, so that's again a real big myth. Okay, because we have a certain study time which you'll have to follow. If you follow that itself, it's almost like more than enough. For say example, a foundation for a syllabus for the faculty to complete, or for an academy to complete, it will take 350 to 400 hours. But daily, if you're going to revise, okay, so whatever happens during the first half of the day, if you're going to sit just for 2 to 3 hours, and if you revise it in 3 months, whenever we finish the portions, almost you will also be finishing the portions. And at least in the last 2 months alone, if you can work really hard after studying, if you can continuously do a lot of revisions, then that's it. At least say so, after 3 months, you just work for 6 hours a day, 6 to 7 hours. Just spend for yourself, spend on your foundation studies, and you're going to just revise. And also, you have to take up a lot of mock exams. So if you do that, you're good to go. It will not take ages. You will clear in your first attempt. Moving on is your inter. Okay, so the syllabus completion, since there are 8 subjects. Okay, so foundation 4 subjects, inter 8 subjects, final 8 subjects. So inter takes 800 hours for both the groups to complete syllabus completion. And so what we have to do is we have to revise it. Okay, so at least in the last 3 to 4 months, we should be only in the revision phase. Before 4 months, we should have almost finished our portions. So when the classes goes, spare some time for yourself so that you are able to do it. And with respect to final syllabus completion, you will take almost so many hours for the syllabus to complete from the academy, also for you to study what they've taught in the academy. And in the last 6 months, you will have to at least spend dedicatedly, effectively. Okay, so effectively, you will have to spend 6 to 7 hours a day for 6 months for you to completely finish. But that is only the revision part of it. We have not put the studying part. You have to revise. You at this point of time, you should be in the revision phase of it. And moving on, very.
Santoshni, sorry to interrupt. Could you go back to the previous slide? So could you explain a little bit on the two groups for inter and final?
Yes, sure. So, as I said, inter and final, basically, there are 8 subjects to go. Four subjects are clubbed into groups. So, the first 4 subjects are clubbed into group 1, second 4 subjects are clubbed into group 2. And, every subject is a descriptive paper wherein you will have to write for 100 marks. Okay, so these are both the groups criteria, and for both the groups there is a passing criteria which we will take it in the upcoming slides. And very important information which I want to give is, you need not write all the 8 subjects at a time. So you can just write 4 subjects in one attempt and 4 subjects in the next attempt. And at this point of time, I have to say about the attempts. CA exams generally happen only twice a year, which is in November and in May. Okay, so moving on.
Santosh, sorry, Santoshni. Sai has got a question. In inter, which group is better?
Okay, just a moment. I want to see the question. In inter, which group is better? Okay, which group is better? I can answer, but then the thing is, you will have to pass both the groups. Okay, so the first group is more with it is more with do with the practical papers, and the second group also you have practical papers. So if I have to say which is a little easy, It differs from person to person completely. Okay, so for if you ask me, the second group is quite easy in inter than the first group. Okay, because the first group comes with accounts and costing, but there are few kids for whom practical sums and all that is extremely easy. So for them, the first group will be very easy, and the second group, since it is theory, they will find it little boring and time consuming and all that. So this group wise easier concept differs from person to person, and it completely depends on their interest.
Also, Sai wants to know what department you had worked for.
Okay. Who is Sai and
Sai, her username is Studio R.
Studio R. Okay, Santoshni ma'am, if you don't mind, can you say which department you work? Okay, when I was working with international taxation team, so which we call it as transfer pricing team. So I was associated with transfer pricing team.
Okay, I think we're good to go.
Okay, yes. So we are going to move into the pass criteria. Okay, this is with regard to the third myth. Okay, so this is with regard to the third myth which we are going to solve now. Okay, if you fail in one exam, you will have to write all the exams again. So the passing criteria, this is a passing criteria which is generic for any level, foundation, inter, final. For all these three levels, minimum to minimum, you have to score 40 in a subject. Even if you get 39 in a subject, it means you're failed. I repeat, even if you get 39 in a subject, it means you're failed. So minimum 40 marks. And I think all of us will get 40 marks, because in the entire schooling, we were told this. So in the board exams, you have this 33 marks and 35 marks. But in school, they make it 40 marks. So 40 marks is the basic passing criteria. And one more thing is, for foundation, you basically require 200 marks. I will tell you why. So these are the two criteria. One is you have to score 40 in all subjects, and the aggregate has to be 50%. I repeat, 50%. So no matter, so in foundation, there are 4 subjects. Okay, so we will see the subjects in the upcoming slides. So in these 4 subjects, if I'm getting 40, 40, 40, 40. So the total is how much? 160. But 2 criteria have to be fulfilled. 40 marks I have to get in one subject, plus 50% I have to get. But now 160 marks only I got out of 400. So that means you have not cleared. You will have to write foundation exam again. So what are the 2 things? 40 marks also I should get, but in some subjects I should push my marks to 60 and 70s and all that, and my total percentage has to be 50%. So if both these criteria are fulfilled, then it means I have cleared my CA foundation exam. Now with rest coming to the inter and the final, you have a choice. You can write one group at a time, or you can write both the groups at the time. That's completely a student's wish. But to get a rank, to become a rank holder, you have to write both the groups only. I repeat, to get a rank, you have to write both the groups only. Okay. But if you're not aiming for a rank, if you just want to pass, you can write one group separately. So there's no prohibition. Okay. And even in that, it's the same criteria. So say you're writing group 1, 4 subjects. You're writing it for 400 marks. 200 marks you have to get to pass. Okay. And group 2, again, you're writing for 400 marks. 200 marks you have to get. So the total has to be 200. So it automatically makes it as 50%, and 40 plus you have to get in all the subjects. And there's also very, very important thing for, say, some bad luck for us and we could not make it. So there's a student, let's take this mark sheet as an example. He writes into first group. So there are 4 papers: accounts, law, costing, and taxation. So these are the 4 subjects. So in accounts, he gets 60. Okay. And in law, I don't know what was the difficulty. He scored only 39. Okay. So I'm repeating the situation. Please listen with the fullest of the concentration. Accounts, he got 60. Law, he got 39. Taxation, he got 60. And what was one more subject? Costing. Costing, he got, say, 48. Okay. Now, in this situation, according to the criteria which I said, since one paper, okay, what is the total? So total makes it 60 plus 60, 120, 120 plus 40, 160, 160 plus 48. Okay. So which is 208. So my condition was 200 marks. So 50% has he met? Yes. But however, in law, he scored 39. So it means he has failed. So does this mean I have to take all the 4 subjects of this group, ma'am? No, not at all. If you take 60 marks in one subject, this is applicable only in inter and final, kids. I'm repeating, this is applicable only in inter and final. It's not applicable for the foundation. If you take 60 in any subjects, you don't have to write that paper again. So in this example which I quoted, there was a student who took 60 in accounts and 60 in tax. But he failed in, 60 in accounts and 60 in, yes, 60 in tax he took. In law, he got 39. And in tax, in another subject, costing, he got 48. So he will have to repeat only costing and taxation paper. Sorry, costing and law paper. Okay, so because law he got only 39, he has to repeat that paper. And in the aggregate total, though he got those marks, since he failed, there was another paper in which he did not score 60. So which is your costing paper. So costing paper and law paper alone, he has to repeat. He should not repeat all the papers. So the third myth, if I fail in one paper, I have to write every paper again. So I hope I have cleared it for all of you students. And this is applicable only in inter and final. It's not applicable in foundation. Okay, in foundation, if you just take 39 in one subject, you will have to write everything again. I'm so sorry to say this. So this is not applicable in foundation. Only in inter and final, there's this exemption category which is available for all of you. Okay, and so we are going to move on.
Santoshni, you have some questions. First, let's address Vasan's question. His question is, if we have done commerce without maths in class 12, are we eligible to write CA exam?
Okay, I want to see the doubt. Okay, if we have done commerce without maths in class 12, can we write CA exam? Yes, Vasan, that's absolutely fine. Even if you're a non-maths student, please do not worry, because only in CA foundation, you have maths as a subject. With respect to CA inter and CA final, you don't have maths at all. And in CA foundation, when they're coaching also, the faculties will take each and every student like a non-maths student. So they will start from the very scratch. So till 10th, you would have obviously studied maths. And you just studied only for the foundation course, and that's all it's done. And you can pass CA. Ashok Chakravarti, is the coaching for CA foundation is necessary for a student scoring about 85 marks up to +2? Yes, sir, it may be, it actually speaking, it is required, because there are like 2 subjects which are completely new to them. So because accounting, there are 4 subjects: accounting, business law and communication, and math, statistics and logical reasoning, and economics and BCK. So with respect to BCK is completely new subjects. Economics, at least they would have studied. And if they are a non-math student, maths, statistics and logical reasoning will be like a new subject for them. And business communication and law, even that is a new paper. So even if they are a math student, 2 papers will be new papers for them. So it is like mandatory that they will have to take up coaching, so that they actually know. It's not like board exam. Our CA institute always requires certain formats for every subject. So if they don't know the formats, and if they write it in their own way, like how they write their board exams, then they might not be able to score the marks. So academy's coaching is required to basically train them, mold them in a way that they are able to answer to the institute in a manner which the institute expects. And Ninanda, can we finish the CA paper within time, ma'am? Yes, Ninanda, you can finish it on time, provided you really study, you work hard, you practice all the practical subjects, and you also scribble through in the theories-based subjects. and you also take up a lot of mock exams. Okay, so finally finishing is, if you take up a lot of mock exams, your main exam is going to be easy. You can finish all the papers on time. But if you don't take up that, and if the first paper is going to be like, if the first time when you're going to write, that is only the first time you're putting your pen down on the paper, then you might find it a little difficult. You might feel that the paper is a little lengthy. Okay. Can we finish? If we write group 1 in inter in November, then we should write group 2 at May. Yes, you're absolutely right. If you take up one group in November, you can take up the next group in May. When do we take this paper? Is it right after 12th exam? Which paper are you talking about? If it is a foundation, yes, you will have to write, you are eligible to write foundation in the month of November, which I'll be talking in the upcoming slides.
Could you elaborate on that? As in, the ones who are completing the 12th standard in 2020 are the ones who are eligible to write the exam in November 2020, correct?
Yes. You should have written your board exam in the month of March. And if you're a CBSE student, just one exam is pending. So you should have appeared for your board exam in March 2020. So you are the kids who are eligible to take up the exam in November 2020.
So I think it's the same question by Sai. Can an average student finish CA at first attempt?
Yes, really speaking, you can finish CA in the first attempt. Just that right coaching, right faculties, right strategies are taught, and you follow the same very, with so much of thing. You follow those strategies. You study in the same manner which your academy is asking you to. And whatever are the various things which they ask you to see, for say example, you have to go through the past exam questions up to 5 years, and there's something called as RTPs which you'll have to go through for 5 years. So all that, if you're doing it very dedicatedly, even an average student can become a rank holder. I repeat, even an average student can become a rank holder per se. So please do not worry. Okay, so we'll continue with the slides. So for foundation, almost the investment which every parent wants to know about, because that's something which they have to take care of for the kids. So for all those, so there was a myth which said like you have to almost spend loads of lakhs. Okay, so I'm clearing that myth. You don't have to spend loads of lakhs. In fact, I would say it is going to be more economical than you people making them study in few top colleges like Christ and SRC and PSG and very top colleges. They almost charge so much than what it takes to become a chartered accountant. So that is actually the fact. Okay, so my dear parents, you people don't have to spend so much. CA is an extremely economical course. Okay, and it is also split into two things: parental share and student share. I repeat, parental share and student share. So I'll tell you what it is, and I'm just going through that. So I'll tell you what as parents you will have to spend, and I'll also say what as students they will have to spend for themselves. So the first is the foundation level course, which is 9,200 rupees. So this column, okay, this entire column which speaks about the registration fees, this is basically paid to ICAI. Okay, so ICAI meaning this is your Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. So it's basically governed by New Delhi, and on all the respective cities and in the respective states, you have the CA Institute. So if you're a person from Coimbatore, you can register in the CA Institute Coimbatore. If you're from a person from Madurai, you can register with the CA Institute Madurai. So in your respective places, if the CA institutes are available, you have to register. So this registration fees is for allocating a registration number for you and for the books per se. Okay, and for nothing else. So 9,200, you have to make an online registration. And after that, coaching fees. So coaching fees is between, it varies to various academies. So it's between 20 to 35,000 is the coaching fees of various academies. So this is the foundation per se investment. And after this, exam fees. And in the private books column is basically when it comes to the inter and final and all, we feel that the private authors, certain private authors books will be very good, okay, very easy for the students to study. So, but with respect to foundation, there's nothing like that which you'll have to invest on except for a scanner, which we will suggest them during the course of the coaching. So just a scanner which will cost hardly around 500 or 600 rupees. So that carries all the past exam questions. So only that they'll have to buy. Other than that, there's nothing which have to buy. And exam fees. Okay, so the exam fees is 1,500 rupees, which they will have to pay like 1.5 to 2 months before the date of exam. So say if the exam comes on November, then by September or something, the exam form will be opened. They'll have to pay this fees. So this is the entire investment for foundation. Okay, moving on is the inter level. So for the CA Institute, you'll have to pay 18,000 rupees for their books and all that. Coaching fees will be 60 to 80,000. So this is completely variance with lot of academies. So each academy comes up with the pricing. So we have put a range 60,000 to 80,000. Private books. So though institute gives us the books, we students may not be happy, or sometimes they are not comfortable with the institute books. So for private books, you can keep another 5,000 for the purchase, and exam fees is 2,000 rupees. And for the final level, one more thing is, before they get into the final level, they have to finish a training. So what is this training all about is, as I was saying, soft skills and communication trainings and all that. So they'll have to finish this when by the time they finish their inter, they'll have to finish this ICITSS, which is this communication training and soft skills training. They'll have to finish. So another 6,500. This will happen only in CA Institute. Academy has nothing to do with it. So you will have to go and pay to the CA Institute, and as the student slot comes, they will give a call. So before finishing off the inter, before joining the articleship, this ICITSS, this has to get over. And now after which you join something called as articleship. Okay, so this is the main thing. So my dear parents, your share of spending for the kids is over. Okay, with foundation and inter, your job of spending for your own kids is over. Okay, so totally we would have spent around per se 35 and 45 So around, depending on the academies and all that, around 1.5 you would have spent for 1.5 years. As parents, you would have spent 1.5 lakhs till now. So now what I'm saying is, that's all. This is the investment which you will have to make. Beyond this, you need not make at all. After this, their articleship will start. Articleship meaning they will get themselves trained under an auditor for 3 years. And, Watches Academy also helps students in getting placed in the right auditing firms. So if they join an average firm, their starting pay salary will be 2,000 to 3,000. And if they join Big Fours, their pay package will be 10,000, 15,000 and 20,000. So then the first year, entirely 12 months, 10,000. Second year, entirely 12 months, 15,000. Third year, 20,000. So my dear parents, they will start earning after 1.5 years of the course, after finishing their inter. So after that, you people need not spend for them. They can spend for their own coaching, and they can spend for their own training courses. So everything will be taken care by them. So this is the student share, which comes into the CA part. So the third is advanced communication training and soft skill training, 7,500. And for final registration, again, 22,000. Coaching fees varies. And there is private books and exam fees, 2,000. This is all. This is all it takes to become a chartered accountant. And for parents, it's almost just 1.5 lakhs. If you take and keep it aside, you can help them out till their inter is completely done. And after which they will stand on their own legs, as they will start earning. They will start learning, earning, and they will start getting their experience. So they will get to spend for themselves. Now, we will be talking about how to become a chartered accountant in India. Okay, so this is the route. The first is the foundation route. Foundation route is applicable for all of you in this orientation. So you have to be a student who has cleared or appeared for your 12th board exam. Now is the right time before June 30th. June 30th is the last date for you to register for the CA Foundation course with the CA Institute. I repeat, 30th June is the last date for you to register with the CA Institute, so that you're eligible to write your exam in November 2020. So this deadline alone, please remember, with CA Institute, it's an online registration. You have to register before 30th June for you to write your exam in November 2020. So you register for the foundation course, you join your respective academies, and then you study for a 4 months of period. You fill in your exam application form and you appear for your foundation exam. Passing criteria 40 marks and 50%. Okay, otherwise you will have to take an attempt again. Okay, and one more thing, due to the corona pandemic, this might be a happy news for you. We are expecting the November exams to be postponed to December. Okay, so I repeat, because of the corona pandemic, we are expecting the November exams to be postponed to December. So you might get another 30 to 45 days time for you to prepare more. And under the direct entry route, this is not applicable for any one of you, but I will quickly take you through. It's applicable for the students who are finishing their BCom or BBA, and then they want to do CA. So after that, if they join CA, their foundation level is completely exempt. I repeat, their foundation level is completely exempt. They have only inter and final exams to write. But the disadvantage is, as soon as they finish their BCom, as soon as they join CA, their articleship will start. That is 3 years of training with the auditor will start. And they'll have to finish those computer and soft skill training as well. And they have to start their inter classes as well. So within this period of 3 years, they have to write after the first 9 months of articleship, their inter exam. And after 3 years, they have to write their final exam. So what really happens is it will become a little strenuous for them as a whole to take up, to come through direct entry route. So if you ask me, ma'am, which is the best route, please come only through the foundation route. That's the best for you. And yes, so this is all is what is explained. And after finishing your final, you have to apply for a membership number. This membership number will be a recognition number till the time you're alive. So if you ask me what my membership number is, it's 227242. So like this, every person will have a membership number for themselves. Okay, now moving on to college, morning college or evening college, which is ideal. Okay, so we would say evening college is only ideal, and you can do BCom and CA together. And with respect to the branch, if any branch or any stream is absolutely fine. But there is like a bonanza which CA Institute has come up with, which I want all the parents and students to listen. If you finish CA Foundation, there is a tie-up which Institute has made with Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. So wherein the entire fees which you will have to pay in 3 installments, that is year 1, year 2 and year 3, you will have to pay just 6,000 rupees. So totally you will have to pay 6,000 in year 1, 6,000 in year 2, 6,000 in year 3. You can either also or the entire 18,000 rupees. But the best advantage is 12 papers are exempt for all of you. Okay, you get BCom degree in hand. You have to clear your CA foundation, register with Bharatiya University for BCom, pay this money of 18,000 rupees, but you, out of 15 papers, 12 papers are exempt for all of you. Only 3 papers you have to write, and you become a BCom, and you're a graduate. You get your BCom finished certificate in hand. I repeat, 12 papers are exempt, only 3 papers you have to write, and you are a BCom graduate. Okay. Now, CA friendly colleges. If you want to do CA and BCom together, these are all the CA friendly colleges. So, Vivekananda College, Chennai, Loyola College, Chennai, MOP Vaishnava College, Ethiraj College, Chennai, MOP and Ethiraj, a women's college, PSG College, Coimbatore, Sheshadripuram College, Bangalore, Vijaya College, Bangalore, ASP College, Bangalore. All these college major students who are there in these colleges also pursue CA together. So the college is not very strict, and they don't restrict you too much. And one more thing which is a very important, which I want to highlight, is the students who pass CA after finishing their 12th standard is almost 80% more than the students who do CA after graduation, because 3 years of college, that almost that lethargic attitude would have set inside yourself, no pressure to study and all that. So after that, when you come into the studying part, you find it difficult to pass. Whereas after 12th standard, you almost still have that seriousness of appearing for the board exam. So you finish it fatafat and you move on to the next level. And how do I start? A very important question.
Sorry, Santoshni, I think this is where a lot of them had questions.
Yes.
There is Vasan wants to know do CA course after the completion of BCom.
Okay. Vasan, can we do CA course after completion of BCom? Yes, please do not do CA after completion of BCom. You may find it really difficult. Though just foundation is exempt, you've still wasted 2 more years. And one more thing is you will have to do your articleship. So 10 to 6 is your office. Morning 6:45 to 8:45 inter-exam coaching classes. And evening again you will have to come back and study. So it might become very pressurizing. So please do not do it after BCom. I think it's a course which you can do along BCom. So do both together. That would be a better option. And is there any other question which I have to take, Shiva?
I think we're good to go, but people had a lot of questions. I think most of them were answered because you had mentioned all of it. So I think they don't have any questions. But maybe Sai has an interesting question. Not Sai. Sanju had an interesting question. So he asked, so we have to appear for these exams in the span of 4 years while also being in college.
No, your college life is only 3 years, and this thing entirely takes 4.5 years to finish. So in the first 6 months, you will write your foundation. After 1 year, you will write your inter. So if say you're a 12th student, how the timeline goes, I'll just tell you. So to answer this question, November 2020 is your foundation exam. Jan 2021, your results are out. So almost after 60 days. So in this attempt, it will happen in December. So your results will be mostly out by February. And then you register for your CA inter. You have 8 months of study time. So your inter exam is scheduled in November 2021. So November 2020 foundation, November 2021 inter. After that, it is your choice. By 1.5 years of your college, you're done with foundation and inter. Now it is your choice whether to start off your articleship after you finish college, or you can just discontinue after your second year of college. The last year, you can put yourself into correspondence. Nothing is going to happen. Okay, so put yourself in distance education, and post which you immediately join articleship and you finish off 3 years of articleship. And in the last, that is after 2.5 years of your articleship, whichever attempt comes, it can be November attempt or May attempt, write your final exam. Okay, so after 2.5 years of your articleship, you are eligible to write your final exam. You finish your final exam, finish your articleship, apply for membership. That's all. The CA studying journey is over. So,
Namaste, ma'am.
sorry.
I think you can go ahead. I think somebody wanted to talk and they've just left. It's okay, Santini. Something you can go on.
Okay, so this is the tentative timeline. So by 2025 max, by March 2025, you should be getting your membership. If timelines correctly go and if you take the attempts properly, if you finish off everything, you can come out as a chartered accountant in early 2025. So by February, you will be getting your results, and articleship has to get over. So all those procedures are done. Your membership is also done. So maximum by March 2025, you are a chartered accountant. Do in Chennai college have their CA training, or we have to sign? Okay, so Gayatri, to answer you, we do not have a college which is also doing CA training in Chennai. You will have to go to separate coaching academies to get yourself trained. Yes, so we will just go on. So this is very important. So the fees payable is 9,200 rupees, and you will have to register with the institute, as I said before, 30th of June 2020. And fees payable is 9,200, and your CA website is www.icai.org. And the documents required, as I said, even if you appear for your 12th exam, it's more than enough. So the documents which are required is 10 standard mark sheet, 12 standard hall ticket, and a photo. That's all is required. I repeat, 10 standard mark sheet, 12 standard hall ticket, and a photo is more than enough. Okay, so subjects in CA foundation. And yes, and one more thing, when is your 12th standard mark sheet required is you have an exam application form. In the previous slides you saw 1500 you have to pay and fill in an exam application form. So by December is your exam. By October your board exam results would have been declared. So at that point of time, when you're filling this exam application form, when you're paying 1500 rupees, you will have to upload your 12th standard mark sheet. Okay, so only at that point of time your mark sheet is required. Now just your hall ticket or your admit card, however you call it, if you upload that, that's more than enough for you to register with the CA Institute. Now what are the subjects? Principles and practices of accounting. Okay, that's a descriptive paper for 100 marks you have to write. So like how you say the way you write your board exam, the same way. Mercantile law and business correspondence and reporting. Mercantile law 60 marks, general English 40 marks. Okay, this is again a descriptive paper. Okay, like how you write your board exam. Paper 3, business max, logical reasoning, statistics. Business max and logical reasoning 60 marks, statistics 40 marks. Business economics and business and commercial knowledge. Business economics 60 marks, business and commercial knowledge 40 marks. Paper 3 and paper 4 are MCQ based. What is MCQ based? You get an OMR sheet, you have A, B, C, D options, you have to pick the correct option. Okay, so this is only the 4 papers of foundation. And again, I'm repeating, paper 3 and paper 4 are objective based only. But you have a negative marking for any answer which you don't know. If you try to do an inky pinky ponky, if you apply that and if you pick up an answer, and if it is wrong, minus 0.25 for every wrong answer. So quarter mark goes for every wrong answer given. Okay. Yes. And, finally, we're coming to an introduction about us, who we are. We basically train chartered accountant students of various levels. And our main motto or our main vision is to basically make exams very, very, very easy. And, to make all of you pass in the first attempt is what we aim for. And we want to make this entire journey of you people doing your entire CA very easy. So start with foundation and inter. And we also want to place you in the right firms for articleship, and after that final coaching, and after that we also want you to place in the right companies of your choice. Okay, and one more thing, we also have a co-founder with us. Okay, and he's again my husband and a co-founder of this academy, and he's also a chartered accountant. And a very, very important thing is he's a rank holder. Okay, so about him, he finished his BCom from Madras University in 2010, and he secured All India rank 19 in CA Inter, and he was a topper of taxation paper. Okay, so what is this All India rank about is, in CA Foundation Inter and Final, all over India, whoever takes the top highest 50, highest marks, so 50 students will be awarded 50 ranks. Okay, but now after this attempt, we don't have ranks in foundation and inter per se. We have ranks only in final, but still students are aiming to get very, very good marks in these upcoming exams. So he secured this rank 19 in inter, and he qualified CA in May 2011 batch at the age of 21, and he has also been associated with the top big 4 companies, and he has mentored more than 2000 students now. He's also a senior faculty of Virtus Academy. Okay, so with his help, we completely have designed a list of various strategies, tips and tricks, so that every kid who wants to be a topper of subjects, who wants to become a rank holder, who wants to become a chartered accountant at the age of 21, so both our tips and strategies and our ways are basically helping a lot of students to get through these exams in a very, very, very smooth manner. And this is our journey all about. We set up our Virtus Academy commenced somewhere around 2015. And at that point of time, there was a CPT bash. We trained 40 students and 28 passed. Inter students out of 20, 12 passed. And in 2016, we were setting up our office at Chennai, and we were revamping all the courses and materials and operations. So the Coimbatore thing still continued. And in 2017, we had classes in both the places. And in CPT, we trained around 50 kids and 37 kids passed. And in 2017 only, we were thinking, though both of us are chartered accountant, why are we not able to give this, 100% pass percentage? Okay. So that is when we came up with an idea of test series. So this idea came up because we were finding one of our friend itself who was very brilliant, but she was not able to clear. So what we designed a thing for her was, we basically designed a test series program. It's customized. There's a lot of part syllabus and there's full syllabus exam. So we almost made kids for both the groups write around 50 exams, and after every exam gets evaluated, they undergo a mentoring session, a counseling session, evaluation criteria. We tell them where they are going wrong and everything. And after that, we only found out that this was what was missing for a lot of students. They went to academies, they studied, but they did not understand what is expected in the exam paper. So that is where our test series became a hit, and we have students sign up from everywhere. And from even Dubai and from Singapore, we have students taking up our products and who are getting benefited through it, and who are also clearing, though they are coached with various academies, but they feel only after writing these exams they actually know where they stand. And in 2018, almost for all the levels, we had 154 kids taking up and almost 85 kids passed. And one information which I have to give is, all these kids were not the first attempt kids, they were like the third attempt or the fourth attempt kids. They didn't know where they were going wrong itself. And 2018 was a start of another thing of us, which is called as integrated course. So we signed up with 2 schools, and what is this integrated course is all about is, we start off a CA foundation coaching from class 11. So we do it at a very slow phase. Class 11, class 12, we finish off the major thing. And one thing is, it also helps in their board exam. And students felt they were able to become toppers, because CA foundation coaching was also associated with them. And in 2019, we shifted to Mylapore. In Chennai, the office shifted from Mogapere to shifted to Mylapore. And now, 2019, we trained around 4 schools of 400 kids. And in test series, it was again 120 students and 76 passed. And in 2020, around 5, but still 2020 has just started. So we are expecting the corona pandemic to little subside, and we are sure to address around 1,000 kids this year through our integrated program. And the test series students have signed up, but still they have not yet taken the exams. And one more thing is, we are collaborating with all the best firms, so that we put the kids for best articleship in the best firms. So we are associating and we are collaborating with everybody. We've collaborated, and we are also having a lot of counseling session with the kids, so that we are addressing their problems and giving them the right solutions. So this has been our beautiful journey of lots of ups and downs. But I think serving the students community gives us an immense happiness. Okay, so when they come and tell us, ma'am, we've cleared our exam, that happiness almost it fades away the entire thing which we spent in the entire hard work which we did for the 4 months. We feel that's the success which we get after they coming and telling us their results. So this has been our journey. And now, the entire classes, the entire CA Foundation program is going to happen.
Sorry for the interruption. Rajesh wants to ask you a question. I think you would be the best person to answer. Are you planning to expand anywhere else?
Are you planning to expand anywhere else? Okay, no, currently we have a center at Chennai and Coimbatore. This year per se, due to this corona pandemic, we might not be expanding out of Chennai and Coimbatore. We will be catering, we will be expanding to do integrated program with schools in other cities. That we will do, but our center per se, we might not shift to the other city because of this now. Once this year completely ends and the vaccine and all of that is released, and then we will be thinking about to moving elsewhere. But as of now, the branches will only be in Chennai and Coimbatore. But we are sure we would be very happy to associate with schools for integrated program in other cities as well. We do not mind. Is it compulsory to do BCom? Satya, very good question. It is not compulsory to do BCom. Just that we are all doing it because people ask us, "Are you a graduate?" So people question us like that. So only because of that, BCom is required. But then it's not mandatory. Just to per se say everybody, I'm also a graduate. Only for that reason. It's not mandatory to BCom. Even if you are a CA, just that CA is enough. Any further questions? Ninan, with the technological advancement, will CA course be useful in the coming years? Yes, with the technological advancements, though everything is required, CA is required to audit the financials of a company, to know, how much tax the company has to pay, to tell him how much advance tax he has to pay, and then to tell him the dates before which he has to file the returns. Though technology, though they may even have robots in the future years, a manual intervention is always required. So the CA scope will never fade away. Okay, so I can say even in the next 40 years, the CA and the demand for CA and the value which we have won't fade. Yes, so we will.
We have a couple of questions, Santoshni. You might want to answer them.
Too, or going to college is better. If CA is what you want to become, if that dearth in you is, yes, I have to become CA as quick as possible, I don't want to waste time at all, then please do only through correspondence. That's the best option. And which university is best to do BCom correspondence? See, I would say if I was given an option at that point of time, I will also go only to this Bharatiya University. I want the BCom certificate in hand. Who is going to ask me how many papers I wrote? So I would practically say, please do BCom with Bharatiya University itself. Just write 3 papers, just pay a small amount of money, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000 for 3 years. Happily write 3 papers, get the BCom certificate in hand. More than enough. How can we join your academy? Yes, Gayatri, I would address that in the upcoming slide. We will send across a registration link so that you can register with us. Okay, so quickly, I will take through the other slides as well. So I hate online classes, but there are a lot of advantages of attending online classes. So for our CA Foundation classes, it's going to be completely online. So the advantages of attending online classes is one, even if it's online, we have this facility of asking doubts in private to the faculty during the session. So you ask the doubts and you get it clarified then and there. When in a normal face-to-face class of a lot of students, we basically feel very shy to even come up with the doubts and get up and ask the doubts. What if others think that we are stupid, or we are asking stupid doubts, or we are asking silly doubts? So that thing will not be there in the online classes. You can get your doubts clarified immediately. And since there are going to be a lot of tests and assignments which will keep happening, very quick feedback you will get it from our faculty, so that you know where you are standing, how your performance is going to be. And sharpens digital skills is now itself, since we are starting off with the online system, you will have a very good thing with how to operate various systems and different apps, and the entire digital skills and all that will literally, it is required, it is the need of the hour, because after you finish CA, in your jobs your digital skills is required. So from now on itself, I think through these online classes you will sharpen your digital skills, saves times and efforts. You need not travel anywhere. We just want you to be home. Just stay home, stay safe. That's only the need of the hour. You don't have to come anywhere. You don't have to waste your time and energy. We just want you to enjoy this phase. It's not going to come back again. So enjoy this phase at home, get your coaching done, finish off your exams, and for the next level, we are sure you people will have the freedom to come out and learn the courses. Better and quick access to the notes. So because you don't have to carry any print material, you don't have to lose it and all that. Every material will be shared to your email ID, and immediately you will get an access to the course materials as well. As soon as you register, the entire soft copy will be given to all the kids. And foundation classes at Virtus Academy, there are 2 batches. One is between morning 7, okay, there's a small error in the timing. The morning batch is 7 to morning batch is 8 o'clock to 12:30, and afternoon batch is 2:30 to 7. And there'll be a 15 minutes break. So 2 hours will be one session. And the platform which we'll be using is the same platform in which now we are having the orientation. It's going to be Google Meet. And this is our team of faculty: CA Santoshni MR, CA Karthikeyan R, CA Hina Jain, Bhavika Thakur, CA Raghunathan, CA Ramesh, and Shiva. So Shiva is with us. She's our eminent faculty and the most experienced faculty of our team as well. And so this is about the faculty. Hina Jain, she's a chartered accountant with rich academic experience, almost 8 years, and she has also given a lot of rank holders. CA Ramesh Kumar Mulala, so he's also a practicing chartered accountant and faculty of a lot of academies. He teaches in Institute Chennai, Nellore, Hyderabad, and all that. So he handles business law for us and foundation. But in inter and final, he's also a faculty who handles financial reporting, that is accounting. And Shiva Carolyn, she handles business communication and reporting. She's a soft skill and a communication trainer. So she not only helps us, she serves to a lot of students community of colleges, schools, and she also serves the employees of a lot of corporates. And we're really extremely happy to have her in our marketing team as well as in our faculty team. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shiva. And CA Raghunathan P, he handles business maths. He's an associate partner in BDO and faculty in CA Institute. He also has 11 years of experience. And last, CA Bhavika Thakur, she handles business economics for us. Again, a chartered accountant and more than 7 years of experience with various academies. So what we offer at Virtus: regular counseling session. So every student gets to have a counseling session either with me or with Mr. Karthikeyan or any other chartered accountant of our team. So we will always see to it that you're completely positive and you're in a complete phase. You have that positive urge to clear CA and you don't face any difficulties. And we offer complimentary test series, 2 syllabus full exams for all the papers after completion of syllabus, and brain hacks to study faster and retain sharp memory. So this basically means we always have this, we have developed this tips and tricks how to remember the formats of accounting sums, how to remember law sections, how to remember the formulas in max. And with respect to economics, you have, in BCK, you have companies, their CFO, year in which they started. So all that, how to remember it quickly, how to finish a sum within 10 minutes, which generally takes 20 minutes for another student. So all those are the brain hacks which we have developed so that, the student's journey is very easy. Peer group learning system. So this peer group learning system is in a face-to-face class you always get a lot of friends, whereas in online class we make sure that there is a group which is formed for each one of you. Maybe after 1 or 2 weeks or after the classes begin, we will have this peer group learning session. We'll put you into the groups, we'll have group activities so that you get to know your peers, and you also have this competitive positive spirit to study and you to score better marks. So there will be an active peer positive pressure in you in your learning program as well. And the investment is 22,000 rupees for a 4-month virtual class and 1 month face-to-face class. We are little doubtful about this face-to-face class. So this 1 month also, mostly it will be a virtual class only due to the corona pandemic. So for 5 months class, you have to invest just INR 22,000. And yes, and for the question asked by Gayatri, so we'll be sharing across the registration link for enrolling into our CA Foundation classes to all the people who attended today's seminar. So you will be getting the registration link to your numbers and email IDs, and we'll also be displaying, the link in the chat box. And so one thing is very important is we are commencing our classes on 3rd June. So and the registrations have already started. So please quickly register to get your seats blocked. And let's all work together to see to it that your dream of becoming chartered accountant is going to come true very, very, very soon. Okay. And our office address, we are available at Jami Building, Roypeta High Road, Mylapore in Chennai. And in Coimbatore, we are available at Bolivar Street, Shivananda Colony, Coimbatore. Our contact number and our WhatsApp number is 814-814-3737. Our email ID, admin@virtusacademy.in. If any of the doubts is not clarified, please write an email to us. We will address your doubts shortly. And our website is www.virtusacademy.in.
Santoshni, we've got a question for you. This is one person. Rajesh wants to know how to overcome stress and pressure while doing this course.
Okay, so that could only be done through this counseling part, okay, because the pressure which we run through is really more. So in one way, reducing the pressure could be having a peer learning system. So wherein you have a very good friend of yours who's like a competitor to you. So both of you discuss and you study more. In that way, the pressure also reduces. You study as per the plan, and each one of you complement each other for what So for the various milestones which you achieve. So that can be one thing. And the other thing can be attending a regular counseling session with a auditor, either with me or Karthik or any other chartered accountant. So regular counselings and regular sessions can keep them always motivated, so that they don't take up too much of pressure unwantedly. And yes, Shiba has shared a link for you people to register. So the ones who are more convinced that yes, this is the course where I have to be, this is my future. So you can please go and register yourself for the CA Foundation coaching, which is commencing on June 3rd. Shiba has shared across the link to you people. And yes, the fees is also including the GST. And I think a lot of questions are answered by Shiva itself. So thanks so much, Shiva. Do you think, is there anything else which I will have to take up?
Yes, sorry. Last question, we might have to address that. How many people
Okay.
completed CA in Virtues Academy?
How many people completed CA in Virtuous Academy, ma'am? It's almost between 300 and 500. That is with respect to the various levels. So almost so many kids have finished and become chartered accountants. Thank you so much, Satya. Is there any other? Is there any other question for any one of you? Because now that the presentation is done, we can clarify all the doubts for you people. How many years has been for this academy? Yes, we are there for almost 4.5 years. So 2015 July we commenced, and we are here now.
Sai was asking, something about online training. She said that there was no training. I hope, Sai, if you're listening to me, I hope your concerns have been clarified. Please type out, or you can even unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Rajesh has got a question for you, question for us rather. What is special about your academy that differentiates you from other academies?
Okay, so what is so special is, one thing is the team which we have is very young and energetic team. So they get to mingle with the students very freely, so that the students don't hesitate to ask the doubts to the respective faculties and get it clarified the same. And the second thing is, what is special is, they get to meet us, and they get to talk to us. Nowadays a lot of kids, they don't open up to their parents really, because they feel there's a space which is always there between them. So whatever issues they have, they don't really have a person to open up. So in that way, we fill in that space wherein they come to us. They say, "Ma'am, there's this issue, there's that issue. How do I study?" Whatever things they feel in their mind and they have in their mind, they feel very much free to talk to us and address it to us. And they also feel that the solution given by us is something which they can take, which they can adapt in their system, so that their complete study frame is fully done without any obstacles. And that is the one more thing. And we also feel like to start with, it is little economical and affordable for every parent, our course fees and all that. And the value addition which we give, how we see our students is they have to be very well equipped with the required knowledge. So we see to it that most of the things for certain subjects and all, we want to inculcate the activity form of it so that everyone are completely knowledgeable. And since we help them also in placing in the correct internship firms, they feel their entire journey is made easy through us. So this is what I feel is the difference of our academy when compared to the other academies.
Thank you so much, Santoshni. Bharat has got a question. When are we eligible to apply for that Bharatiya University?
After your CA foundation clearance.
So this is for the MOU you're talking about.
Yes, about the MOU. Thank you so much, Rajesh. Thanks a lot. And to get registered in Virtus Academy, there's this registration, which is registration link which Shiva has shared. You will also be getting that registration link. Along with that, you will also be getting a payment link. So once you register, immediately you can make a payment. And for all the parents, if for any chance, if you're having any financial constraints, there is an installment basis introduced by the academy. So before May 31st, you register, you just have to pay 10,000 and register yourself. Before June 30th, another 6,000, and before July 31st, another 6,000 you can pay. And is only applicable for those who are having a financial constraints. Other people can pay the full amount. So once you register, immediately you will get the payment link and you can make the payment. And one more thing is, today is a very auspicious day. So if any parents wants to register by making the payment, I think today is the best day for it.
I believe Sai's question is, do we have to register to join online classes? I think you might want to explain why you want them to register.
No, is it, Sai, I have another question for you. Is it this registration with the Virtus Academy?
Yes, that's what she's referring to. Yes.
Yes. So you will, because see, that's a procedure. So first one is you will have to register by filling in your basic details in the registration form. And once your registration gets complete, next we get into the payment procedure. So the basic registration is very important, and it's not a very detailed process. You will have to fill in all the necessary required mandatory information. That's all. After that, you get to the payment link and you can make the payment.
And she's also thanked you by saying that yours is a sweet orientation.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the compliment. Yes, thank you. Yeah, and our service will always continue. We would be very happy to address as many kids as possible, and we'd be very happy to convince kids to take up one of their best careers. So that would be our main thing that gives the main happiness for us. So I hope, I hope everybody had a very good takeaway from today's orientation. So to all of you, thanks a lot for, having time to attend this orientation. And I hope there was a positive thing to take back with you people after this. And, one more thing is, after this, you will be getting a registration link to your email IDs and to your contact numbers. And if you're very convinced, register for the same, and you can register for the same and make the payment and commence your CA journey with us. We would be very happy to be associated with each one of you. So I thank you all once again for coming for the orientation. Thank you.